So hello everybody, Tuscany. Well, I've covered this wine region in great detail in previous episodes. I thought it would be educational to do a few minute summary of this area, which is one of the most famous wine regions in the world. And remember, Italy produces more wine than anybody else. The grape that reigns supreme in this region is Sangiovese. As a matter of fact, more than half of the vineyards planted in Tuscany have the Sangiovese grape in them. While this wine region has many different subregions, I thought it would be best and helpful just to summarize 5 key types of wines from this area. The first is Chianti. Even the most inexperienced wine drinkers are likely familiar with this very famous wine region. Per Italian wine laws, a Chianti must be made out of 70% Sangiovese. Chianti is kind of known as your classic Italian table wine. The second type I will focus on is Chianti Classico wines. These wines come from the original historic Chianti region within Chianti and are considered a step up in quality from regular Chianti. Chianti Classico must be made out of 80% Sangiovese, and the easiest way to identify a Chianti Classico is to look for the black rooster that's on the label of every Chianti Classico wine. The third that I will focus in on are the wines from Montepulciano, which are also made primarily out of Sangiovese. Now, please do not confuse these wines from the area Montepulciano with the wines made from the Montepulciano grape from another area of Italy, namely Abruzzo. I did a whole episode, number 205, covering this very confusing topic. Number 4 are the wines of Montalcino. The most famous is Brunello di Montalcino. These are the most famous and most expensive of all the Sangiovese wines in Tuscany. By regulation, these wines must be 100% Sangiovese, and to be specific, the Sangiovese that grows in this particular area of Tuscany is a hybrid or clone known as Sangiovese Grosso. It is the biggest, boldest, most tannic expression of this wonderful grape of Tuscany. Lastly are the wines simply labeled Toscano Rosso, which simply means red wines from Tuscany. These wines don't follow the regulations of the wine regions within Tuscany. Many times they include some Sangiovese, but are common to also have several other non-indigenous grapes like Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot. While some of these wines can be very inexpensive, some of the most famous wines of Italy are made under this label designations, and they've been given the nickname Super Tuscan. The very best Super Tuscans are hundreds of dollars a bottle. So there you have it, the wines of Chianti, Chianti Classico, Montepulciano, Montalcino, and Super Tuscans. Yes, I know there's lots of other regions within Tuscany, but these 5 will cover about 90% plus of all the Tuscany wines you will find in your local wine shop. Cheers, everybody.